Have you ever wondered how much your attitude can shape your life? A few years ago, I ventured into a realm that was as unfamiliar as it was enlightening. I started volunteering my time to teach attitude and self-esteem programs to jail inmates. It was a journey that I embarked upon with a sense of curiosity, but the lessons I learned were profound and transformative. The cold, hard walls of the prison were soon softened by the warm insights that I gleaned from my experiences. In just a few short weeks, I found myself learning more from those inmates than I had in years of study. It was not just about teaching them, but about understanding their perspectives and experiences. One day, after a few weeks of the program, an inmate stopped me. His eyes, once filled with a sense of resignation, now held a spark of hope. He said, "I want to talk to you. I'm going to be released from prison in a couple of weeks." Curiosity piqued. I asked him what he had learned through our attitude development program. This inmate, due for release in a few weeks, wanted to share his journey with me. He had been participating in my self-esteem and attitude program, and his transformation was remarkable. He stopped me one day, his face alight with an unfamiliar glow of self-worth, and said, "I want to talk to you. I'm going to be released from prison in a couple of weeks." Curious, I asked him what he had learned through the attitude development program. He paused, deep in thought, then confessed that he felt good about himself. I pressed him further. "Good doesn't tell me anything," I said. "Tell me specifically what behavior has changed." My belief has always been that learning has not taken place unless behavior changes. It was then that he shared his newfound habit of reading every day since starting the program. Intrigued, I asked him what reading the Bible did for him. He replied that it made him feel comfortable with himself and others, a feeling he hadn't experienced before. "That is nice," I responded, "but the bottom line is, what are you going to do when you leave jail?" He told me he was going to try to be a contributing member of society. I asked him the same question again, hoping for a different answer. But again, he said he was going to try. At this point, I pushed him further. "It's not about trying, it's about doing," I stated. His response was different this time. In an almost defiant tone, he said, "I'm going to be a contributing member of society." I pointed out to him the world of difference between what he had said then and what he said now. Earlier, he had said, "I'm going to try to be," and now he said, "I am going to be." The difference is the word trying. He got rid of the word trying, and that made sense. Either we do it or we don't. The word trying keeps the door open for him to come back to jail. And that's when I saw the spark in his eyes. Another inmate, curious about my motivations, asked me why I was there. I took a moment to collect my thoughts and then replied, "I come here for my own selfish reasons." A ripple of surprise moved through the room, but I continued, "My selfish reason is that I want to make this world a better place to live." This kind of selfishness, however, is healthy and beneficial. You see, when we give, we don't do it with the desire to get something back. We do it because it feels good to contribute, to make a positive impact. It's about more than just feeling good about ourselves. It's about knowing that we've made a difference, however small, in someone else's life. It's about understanding that our actions can have a ripple effect, touching lives far beyond our immediate circle. This kind of giving is not about transactional relationships or expecting a return on investment. It's about genuine altruism, about selflessness. It's about acknowledging that we are all part of a larger community, a larger system, and that what we put into that system matters. When we contribute positively, we're not just helping others, we're also helping ourselves. We're fostering a sense of purpose, a sense of connection, a sense of fulfillment that's hard to match. We're creating a positive cycle, a feedback loop of goodness that benefits everyone involved. And here's the beautiful thing about this kind of giving. It's rewarding in ways you might not expect. It's not about monetary gain or material rewards. It's about the joy of seeing someone else's life improved because of your actions. It's about the satisfaction of knowing you've made a difference. It's about the sense of purpose and fulfillment that comes from contributing to the greater good. But remember, what you put into the system, you always get back, and most times, more than you can ever put in. The rewards of giving are not always tangible or immediate, but they are profound and lasting. They enrich our lives in ways that money or material possessions never could. The reward of giving, quite simply, is the joy of living a life of purpose, of connection, of love. When an inmate questioned the boundaries of personal choices and their impact on others, I had something to say. We all live in a world that thrives on the principle of interconnectedness. The choices we make, the actions we take, they don't just affect us, they ripple out and touch the lives of those around us. Let's take, for example, the issue of drug use and the potential for accidents. This topic sparked a heated debate with one of the inmates. In his view, someone's decision to take drugs was their business alone. But let's consider the broader implications. What happens when that person, under the influence, gets behind the wheel of a car? Can we guarantee that the only thing they'll hit is a tree? Unfortunately, we can't. The reality is that when they take drugs and have an accident, you or your kids or my kids could be the ones lying under the wheels. And at that moment, you better believe it becomes my business. The safety of our shared space, our shared community, becomes a shared responsibility. This brings us to an often misused phrase, "It's my life, I'll do what I want." This phrase, originally intended to inspire self-determination and personal freedom, has been distorted and abused. It has become an excuse for reckless behavior, an escape from accountability. Many choose to ignore or derive a meaning that is convenient to them, tying this phrase to selfishness, but that was not the intent. What they seem to forget is that we don't live in isolation. We live in a world where our actions can have far-reaching effects, where our choices can affect the lives of others in ways we can't even begin to comprehend. We don't live in isolation. What you do affects me and what I do affects you. We are connected and we must learn to behave responsibly. And that, my friends, is the crux of the matter. We are all interconnected. We are all part of this vast human tapestry. It's high time we recognize that and started behaving.
What's your next step towards greatness? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to reach new heights. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and keep believing in the power of your dreams.